Hey guys, it's Blade from the 526th. I wanted to show off probably the most complex part in IQT, which is the um, arrival for runway 27. In this case, we'll do. This video will just be focused on runway 27. It's going to be an arrival via pivot, echo, and then we're going to do the right north overhead brake for landing runway 27 here. So I'm showing us currently at 6,000 feet. We've just descended out of the TRA 205. We are 30 miles out from the airfield. Just as a overview from the top of what we're going to be doing here, we're going to be tuning to 81 X-ray, and we're going to be flying a 20 nautical mile DME arc around it. So if we look at 20 miles here, it's about there. So we'll fly straight at it, about this heading, probably about 075, 080. Until we get to 23 miles, we'll do a gentle 30-degree angle of bank turn, and we'll end up probably just about on the 20-mile DME. We'll fly this arc around, and we will fly the arc until we are direct north, or just about to be direct north, so that during our turn, maybe I'd say about 010. At that point, we're going to turn towards pivot, basically direct south. We're looking for our tack end when we're overhead. It's going to be due north for about 6.5 miles. We'll see the TV tower, very clear visual reference. As we get to pivot, we will turn towards the nuclear power plant that is north of Echo, and then fly over the bridge that marks Echo, heading about 140. And then time our turn carefully to end up on the upwind for the overhead brake at 350 knots, 2,500 feet MSL. Another thing to note here, pivot is at 3,000 and echo is also at 3,000. So without anything else to talk about there, let's go ahead and get in. This is just a hot started aircraft. I don't have any nav points plugged in. It's just all off TACAN and visual reference here. So let's go ahead and unpause and see how we do. Okay, let's descend just below this cloud here, and we will get our TACAN tuned to 81 X-ray. We've got our preset to channel 2, and let's head over to TACAN. There we go, and we'll fly directly at the TACAN. We're going to remain above 5,000 feet here, and we'll bring us up to 350 knots. Whoop. Okay, there we go. And if you set your throttle somewhere around the 85% mark, it's going to do a nice job holding that speed for you. So we'll just call out to Ramstein at this time. Ramstein traffic, night 5-1, 27 miles to the east at 5,000 inbound for runway 27 via pivot and echo. We ain't even throwing the autopilot. Autopilot is really your best friend here with a lot of stuff going on. Use this to make managing your airspeed and your heading easier. Just let it deal with your altitude for you. Okay, so there's 24 miles. We're a little fast here. We'll drop it down to about 82 RPM. There's 23. Let's start our turn. Nice 30-degree angle of bank turn. Nothing crazy. And we just keep our turn coming until we see the waypoint directly off our 9 o'clock, 90 degrees left of current heading. So, yep, you'll see how that turn did wonders, going from 3 miles to 20, maybe just a little bit below. And now we just play the game of keeping that off of our 90 degree mark. So we're gonna start putting in a little bit of left angle of bank. Let's see how 10 degrees does for that. See if that holds it nicely. It's looking good so far. We're gonna keep going with it. And we're watching the arrow come around until we'll call it about 210 for this time. So we get a nice ingress without encroaching on the EDR01. Okay, a little bit too steep for that turn. We're going to even it out a little bit. Let's try 5 degrees. Yep, check of speed. Altitude is fine. Okay, the arrow is slowly going back to that 9 o'clock position. Let's help it out a little bit here. Okay, kick in about 10 degrees again, see how we do. Again, even that 10 degrees is a little bit too steep. It's alright. We're almost at 210 here. Also note I'm at fuel state at 5.5. I like to be below 6 for landing. One of the SOPs I read talked about that. Okay, there is 210. Let's go ahead and start another left 30 degree angle of bank turn here, maintaining that 350.
We've got traffic at our 12 o'clock.
Thanks, Chester. And look at that, the arrow's still coming around south. About 195 now. Be about 190 as we're leveled out here. And we've come down to 16 miles. Okay, looking good on our heading here. We're going to go ahead and start descending to 4,000 feet. And some good glare going on here. Going to make our lives extra fun. We're a little slow here. And we'll keep coming around a little bit right. And we've got contact on pivot, 12 o'clock. Might be a little bit difficult for you guys to see here with this pretty awful glare angle. But hey, good proof of concept. We're continuing to descend. We're 3,500. We're going to want to hit the point at 3,000 at 350 knots. And I'm going to start my turn early so it can be a little bit less awkward. And again, don't be afraid to use the autopilot. I'm going to kick in my autopilot right here through this turn. 30 degrees angle of bank. Ramstein traffic, night 5-1, pivot. And we're coming around, we're looking off our left here. I see the power plant. We'll just let the aircraft come around, let the autopilot do the work for us. I don't always fly with autopilot for this, you usually do it manually, but just to show a method that can make it even easier for people struggling. Okay, we will kick out the autopilot here, level out, and trim a little bit nose down to get that nice 3,000 feet. About 200 feet high now, close enough for government work. Okay, and as we turn right here, we're passing over this bridge. I can just see it there at 3,000 feet. Ramstein traffic, night 5-1, echo. And this is a little bit of the tricky part, is doing a nice smooth controlled turn here. And I'm going to want to end up to the left of the runway while descending to 2,500. There's 2,800. Keep looking up, keep checking the instruments. Speed's looking good. Altitude, we're coming down nicely. And we'll go ahead and level out. There's 2,500, 350 knots. Getting a little low. And we're gaining quite a bit of altitude there. Let's trim her down. 100 feet high, close enough for government work. And we can look over at the runway, just barely there, and see there's no obstacles. I'm going to brake at midfield here. So here's where things start to happen quickly. Throttle back to idle. Throttle at 80%. 60-degree angle of bank turn and pull to maintain that altitude. So I'm starting to need to pull back quite a bit here. At 250, we're going to speed brake back in. And keep this turn coming, adjusting just a hair to maintain our 2,500. And we're looking for heading 090 for our downwind. Okay, there's 090. Flaps down, gear down. And trim her up, put about 90 RPM in to maintain our airspeed here.
Gear, flaps, pressure, warning lights, and anti-skid.
Ramstein traffic, night 5-1, right downwind, 27. And maintaining 2,500, we're about 225 knots, that's good. And we're going to keep coming until we see right about this sight picture here for our right base turn. A little bit fast, drop the throttle back to 80. Ramstein traffic, night 5-1, right base 27. Alright, we need to start getting our descent in. Yeah, about 1,500 feet per minute. 80% RPM. We're a little bit faster here than I like to be. Make sure our speed brake's all the way in. And let's raise our seat up, because I forgot to do that. I always forget to do that.
1,000.
Go. Starting to get on speed here. And we're dropping back the throttle until we get on speed, bringing it to the bottom of the glass here. Turn down that tone a little bit. Okay, we're slow. A little bit of power.
500.
Okay. I usually don't like getting that slow. A little bit of power. Not too much or we'll float. Okay, cut it back. Yep, we're a little bit fast. There we
100.
go. And start bringing down the power gently. A little bit long on the touchdown. A little fast. You get the picture. See how much Jester hated that one. Parachute out. Backstick, speed brake out. And we're coming over to the right if there's faster traffic behind us. I don't really use any brakes other than just differential braking to maintain in this right lane here. Okay, we'll go ahead and put our speed brake back in. Open our canopy. Take our last exit here. And once we're clear of the active, we can go ahead and drop our chute. And yeah, that's essentially it. Yeah, not the prettiest landing ever done, but I hope that gets the whole procedure down for some of you guys struggling with it. So thanks for watching, and best of luck getting this procedure down.